Oh, I see it like all the boys see it in the dressing room. Everybody see it who is with us. It's a big night with a little shadow that it's Hendo's twisted ankle. It's Hendo, so he's a hard one, but we have to see, of course. So it looks hopefully not that serious, but for tonight we had to change. And it's always a bad sign for a game, when you have to change early, especially in the middle of the park. You don't want that. We trained with him there on the position. We wanted to not to rest Fabinho, but we wanted to bring in fresh legs. Hendo had fresh legs. Unfortunately, that didn't help with the ankle. So we had to change early, and we wanted to play more football actually than we did in the first half, so that we changed that in the second half. That was much better, but we scored a wonderful goal in the first half, outstanding goal, wow. Conceded one as well. So, but I think after 45 minutes everybody knew, okay, it will not be easy for Munich. It's possible, but it will not be easy. That's how I see it. It's an important information in a football game for the opponent, because of course full of confidence before the game, 0-0 and at Liverpool. So you have to try to impress the other team, and we did that. And second half, then I was really happy. Not only because we won it 2-0, or because of how we played football, how mature it was, how strong we looked, how good we defended, even in the situations when, of course, Bayern has so much quality, unbelievable. How quick on the wings, strong everywhere, hard challenges, all that stuff, good in the last line, sensational goalkeeper. And we impressed them, and that's a massive thing in a game like this.
One more, Vinny.
John W. Henry has tweeted tonight, shows you how happy you've made all of Liverpool, that 75% of the earth is covered by water, the other 25% is covered by Virgil van Dijk. Now, Virgil obviously had an assist for Sadio's first goal, and then had a big moment when he scored the second goal on the night as well. We've spoken a bit about what an influence he's become, but what more can you say about the influence, the impact that he's having on this dressing room to create big moments like that?
Oh, it's brilliant. He was involved in the goal of Bayern as well. So what a night! Yeah, no. Well, what can I say? I can write a book about his skills, about his strength, about how much I like him, what a fantastic person he is. So young, already so mature, so strong. All good. But Virg knows that he can play better than he did tonight. We can play better than we did tonight, but tonight we played, especially in the second half, as good as necessary and possible in a game like this. It's so important that you stay in a game, that you are really stable, that you have really answers to all the questions, that you can change things, that you can use different tools, that you play over the wing, that you play in between. We had a pass in the second half from Trent, I think, through all three lines more or less to Bobby. He turned. We couldn't finish the situation off, and it was just, we had so many good football moments in the second half especially, and I like that we developed in the game so much, and it's so important. And it's a difficult place to come, and not a lot of teams have on their card an away win at Munich, and so we have that now, and that's cool. Okay, difficult, but cool.
Next two questions. Gentleman with the microphone there in the blue, and then we'll go over to you, but you first of us.
Jurgen, the last two games that Bayern have played, they put 5 past Borussia Mönchengladbach and 6 past Wolfsburg. How do you rate these 3 goals in the Allianz this evening?
Oh, yeah, it's a different competition, and it's a different moment, different pressure situation, let me say it like this. You have 3-4 days to prepare a game like this. You forget actually the league in these moments. It's not about scoring 6 in the last game. Maybe that's a little feeling inside somewhere, like confidence-wise, but on the other hand side, they knew that it's a different cup of tea tonight, and that we are a really good opponent, and that's what we were. So, but scoring 3 here is really difficult. It's really difficult. Actually, we scored 4 because the other goal we scored as well. So that's massive, and a big step for us, a big one for us. We will see what we can do with it actually, but it's a fantastic sign. I love it that we again set a mark for LFC, for this wonderful club, that we really are back on the landscape of international top football, and we all think that's where this club belongs to, and tonight we proved it at least a little bit. But now it's in a moment you hear it. Obviously, I'm really happy about the result and the fact that we are through. It's not that I expected it. I knew we have a chance, but I didn't expect that it will really work out. But the boys made it happen, and that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Okay, gentleman who's got the microphone, then we'll go to you, then to John Murray.
Herr Klopp, eine Frage auf Deutsch.
A question in German. So, what are you going to do later on tonight? Are you going to drink a glass of wine tonight? Are you going to probably not. It's already quite late, so probably not much is going to happen tonight. It's not that important. I'm not going to watch the game again, no. And probably going to have a little video about the entire game, but for you're going to just have a look at the highlights when we have a dinner tonight, and clap our hands and whatever. But we're going to play on Sunday again, so. That's the next game is going to follow soon. Mr. Klopp, we were surprised how Bayern didn't attack that much in the beginning, or was that forced to your performance? You had only 6 chances, 6 tries on your goal by Bayern Munich, and a lot of people didn't expect that from Bayern. Well, after the first leg, that's what I thought. It just showed that we have to work a lot, and we have to perform a lot. And we are really good in counterattack. Everybody knows that. And so nobody is going to attack us fully because they know how good we are in the counterattack. So it's difficult for the other opponents as well. And but we didn't, expect it, but we know we can deal with this situation. We're really good in a counterattack. We knew that, but for Bayern it was a really difficult situation, and we tried to leave the game as open as possible in the beginning, and that nothing happens like that all the Bayers are in the final third of our pitch. So we tried to push them back and to be active. And to be creative as well. We didn't do that in the first half. We didn't want that to do. We want to be, more creative. And it happened with goal. But in the second half, we did it much better, and it was much more difficult for Bayern in the second half.
You say that this result is a big step for your team. Do you mean in terms of what winning here against Bayern does for where you ultimately want to get to with your Liverpool team?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's so difficult. Look, there are some places in world football, whichever team, if Man City comes here, if Barcelona comes here, if Real Madrid comes here, it's not that they expect we will win it. They know it's a very, very tough place to come. This club has always outstanding these strong football teams, and they have it now. But we kept them as often away from our goal as possible. I didn't know about the statistics, but I saw, at least my impression was that actually that there were not too many difficult situations in and around our box. It's a massive sign. It's a mess, and that's the first step to win a game like this. It's not about playing your best football, like free-flowing something. That's not possible against this quality, because you cannot use your speed, really, because the other team is quick as well. So it's not a massive advantage. So we have to find different ways. Tonight we found them, and that makes me really proud and happy, because I really think, this club deserves just the awareness again. Just we are back, so good. Let's carry on. We have a lot to improve. We have a lot to develop. We have a lot to learn, but we are back, and I like that fact.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know a lot of you want to ask questions. Last couple now. Gentleman with the microphone, yes.
Klopp. Yep.
Mr. Klopp. So congratulations for the win. 3 times Premier League versus Bundesliga. All 4 English teams, they're all in the quarterfinals, so 3 Bundesliga teams are out. Everybody knew that the English teams are really, really good. Doesn't say that much about the Premier League. It's not that all the teams in the Premier League are better than the Bundesliga. The Premier League teams, the first 4 or 5, will play in the highest league and top. So I saw Dortmund versus Tottenham, and Dortmund first, they could have won it, and then didn't have the real answers. And then in the second half, Tottenham won this game against Dortmund. So it was really, really good, but they didn't score, Dortmund. So it was an open game, City versus Schalke. We shouldn't take this into consideration right now. To play against City, it's not that easy at the moment. And if Schalke had some problems, so yeah, it's a difficult situation. But today, I mean, this is really close game today. We're not that much better than Bayern, but it was difficult to play against Bayern. It was cool, great. But Bayern could have won as well. We're happy that we won, but it's nothing fun.
That's 10 goals in 10 games for Sadio Mane now, and at times he seemed to almost demoralise Bayern with his play, and he has been incredible for you, so important, I think, in the last few weeks.
True. It's so obvious that I don't have to really speak about it. I think he knows it, everybody knows it, and I don't want to speak about it because it's so important for us that these boys stay fit and all that stuff. So I don't want to. Remind me after the season, and I sing my own song about him if necessary. But it's really good. He's in a good moment. Let me say it like this: long may it continue. That's more my concern. So.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know there's so many questions. This gentleman, this is the last question. Okay.
Jurgen, how sweet is it to beat Bayern in their own backyard after a few too many defeats with Borussia Dortmund over the years?
I'm not like this. I don't beat Bayern because of it's, and it's not sweeter for me because it's Bayern, and that doesn't bring me back the better result in the games when we played them and we lost. Nothing. It's just a situation, a moment. I wanted to win for Liverpool and not to beat Bayern. That doesn't bring me anything. So it's just a good moment for Liverpool, and let's enjoy that.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.